Hi collective, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on in the energy between you and the person on your mind. I'm using the Hidden Truth Oracle deck to see what messages are coming out. I wish things could be different. That's the first message that's coming out. I think I'm going to take this one. I love you unconditionally. Okay. Can you give me one more? I wish I had treated you better. Can you give me one more, please? Okay. Ah, I regret lying to you. Okay, let's see. These are the thoughts of the person on your mind. Let's understand them more clearly with the help of the tarot deck. You know what I'm picking up on? Like, someone is in massive regret for how they treated you, but at the same time, this is such a deep emotional connection that you both share, and it's so intense that sometimes it becomes very difficult for them to see it for the way it is. Sometimes the intensity scares them, sometimes they feel that they cannot deal with it right now, and not because they feel some type of way towards you, like they feel negatively towards you, but because they cannot deal with the intensity of the connection. That's what I'm picking up on. Like, this person feels that maybe because there's a fear, like they wanted a successful relationship in their life, they wanted someone like you to be a part of their life, but now when you are actually present and you are actually they know of you and they know you on a human level. Like, they know you on a level where they know how you think, they know how you look on bad days, good days, like stuff like that. This person is actually seeing you as this perfect version where they are feeling scared of it. Let's see what's going on. We have the Queen of Cups and we have the Six of Wands. I think this person was in this energy where they wanted someone. Yeah, they wanted someone who is, we have the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so this person was always in this energy where they wanted someone who could communicate with them on a deeper level, who could understand them without communicating with them. Let's say you both are in a room and you just look at each other, and if this person is uncomfortable, you see them and you know them. They wanted that acknowledgement, they wanted that validation. They didn't want you to save them from anything, but like they wanted that acknowledgement that someone understands me. And this is the reason why there is such a deep level of unconditional love in this connection. With the Moon card being here, I'm picking up on someone who is just in this energy where they are used to masking how they feel. And I think I'm picking up on someone neurodivergent or someone who is extremely sensitive, because this person is in this energy where some people, they don't want to accept the fact that they want to be in a loving romantic relationship because of the past and how their past has molded them in the type of individual that they are. This person with the Moon and the Ten of Cups being at the bottom of the Moon, this person is in this energy where they want a very happy married, like traditional life where they have a lot of children, they have a house, and their life revolves around their wife or the husband or the family structure. But they haven't come to terms with it. Like, they haven't accepted it as a part of their personality. Like, they haven't accepted it as something which they would be interested in. What I'm picking up on, this person is in this energy where they are tired of living a life where they meet people on a surface level. Basically, whenever they get into connections, it's just a surface level connection, nothing serious. We are not going to get very close, we are not going to be involved with each other on a deeper level. And this used to work out for them, they were okay with it, but now they just feel like once they have felt the intensity of the connection that they feel with you, now those other connections feel very superficial for them, and now they feel as if those imbalanced connections are doing them more harm than they are doing good. I truly believe that there are phases in lives where different identities, or like different identities of yourself or different mindset, are going to work in certain phase of their life. This surface level relationship or situationships worked out brilliantly for them because they were focused on something else, and they didn't need to go through this emotional phase of their life. They were not ready for something which was too intense for them, but now they are in this energy where they want a intense romantic connection, especially with you, because the way they feel for you is something which is uh, it's on soul level. When you meet someone who matches your frequency, I don't think it's easy for you to explain it to someone else why you feel the way you feel for that person, and that's what I'm picking up on. I also feel that, because they were in that phase of their life where they were just taking relationships on surface level, they were not ready for a deeper connection. This person started treating you badly, this person started treating you in a way where they would treat their other partners, and now they are realizing that, that was something that ruined the connection basically. With the Queen of Cups being here, what I'm picking up on, previously in the connection, male or gender, male or female resonating with this reading, just place how it resonates. What I'm picking up on, Queen of Cups energy, you were extremely helpful, but at the same time you were innocent, you were naive for the person, you were just gullible, and they kind of liked that about you because you would give them chances after chances. But because this connection has helped them in understanding themselves in a better way, this connection has also helped you in understanding yourself in a better way, and you have become a person who is a great communicator, and you know your boundaries really well. I think now you have learned how to keep things to yourself and not to overshare in a situation. You're coming up as someone who is very mysterious in my mind, because you don't allow people in your life very easily. You have a lot of firm boundaries now, because in the past people used to take advantage of your boundaries, and that is also a barrier in this connection. But it's not a barrier which you can do something about, honestly, because that's something you have learned from this connection, and you have become the person that you were destined to be from this connection. So this person learned something, you learned something, and you worked on yourself to make yourself a better individual, so there's no point going backwards. But what I'm trying to say is that that is acting like a barrier in this situation, because this person is used to a different identity or a different type of persona of you, and now you are a different individual. We have the Knight of Pentacles to the Queen of Swords. Yes, you are in this Queen of Swords energy. You do not entertain situations which don't matter to you, and I think you do not you do not entertain people who are lying to you, who are manipulating you, who are playing games with you. You just don't entertain them. And even if you entertain them, you don't show them your feminine, very soft, subtle, accepting, naive nature. You just don't do that. And with the Knight of Pentacles being here, you're very focused on your money, and you're very focused on your resources. You're focused on the resources which are going to stay stuck, so which are going to stay very stable and very grounded. So let's say you buy a house, the house is going to be there, it's not going to go anywhere. You're not focused on investments or buying things which are going to not which are going to depreciate in the future. You're focused on things which are going to appreciate in the future or just stay where they are. But you're focused on situations which are going to be long lasting. You're focused on the quality now. And there is something about you which has changed so differently and so significantly that you don't think you are going to entertain. And I mean, I should not even hesitate when I say this. You don't think you are not going to, you are just plainly not going to entertain anything that is going to burden you. I think you had a I'm fumbling so much. Okay. You had a tendency to take on other people's karma and to ease up their life by making things easier for them, especially in romantic relationships. So maybe you were the overgiver, over carer, because you understood the person's perspective, and you had the tendency to forgive them again and again. And now you're realizing that, you're just taking on their karma, and that is something that they need to deal with. Like, it's not your problem. You're doing your work, and you don't need to be overburdened by someone else's work. And this is your lesson. This is something which was very difficult for you to let go of, because this was a core aspect of your personality. And that is something which you know, when you started taking on this person's work, you just gifted them back their own work, and now they are seeing the energetic shift in that situation. So that's one of the reasons why this person feels that they cannot come towards you in a way where they are just going to be in and out of your life. That is very difficult for them. This person runs away from accountability, this person runs away from confrontation, and yeah, this is the challenge for them. We have the Ace of Cups. This situation is going to go through a renewal. This situation is going to get better. And we have the Two of Cups in reverse. I think it fell in upright, but then when I picked it up, it fell in reverse. What I'm picking up on with the Ace of Cups and the Two of Cups, um, the situation is going to get better, but at the same time you have to kind of like not lower your standards. The only thing that you can do in this situation for things to go your way is work on yourself, and work on yourself on such a level, because you're already doing that, but keep on continuing, and also like work on yourself on such a level that you don't settle for this person, but you rather feel that you help them grow. And when they come towards you and you feel like, okay, this person has changed and I don't have to help them, but rather I have to enjoy their company and I feel comfortable in their presence, they are not making my life more difficult, that is when you know that this is the person for you, or this person uh, is a good fit for your future. Because this person is going to come forward, this relationship, the story is not over, this relationship is going to go through a renewal, but you don't need to accept them if they are not changed, you know, if they are not a liar. Like, you don't need to accept a lying person back in your life, because come on, you've had enough of it, and it's rather better to be single and perceived as mysterious than entertaining someone who's a liar. So this person is going to come back in your life and you will have a decision to make. That's what I see in the cards. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you in the next reading. Bye bye, take care.